Hello everyone and welcome to another weekly analysis on EMini futures. We're looking at S&P 500 index futures and we'll start with the 10-year weekly. Today is Saturday, December 10th. We're looking into the week of December 12th. Things went as planned as per my last video, and this is a little bit too busy here, but we will go through each and every level here. So this upward channel did hit that upward trend with the retracements, everything in place, and we sold off right off that trend there, which was around 41.10. And now we are in a downtrend, and I am actually short going into next week. This trend line here is the overall bear trend line, and there is a secondary trend line here. And as you can see, these two trend lines, this one, I will talk about this trend line here also, are forming a wedge. So keeping into account quickly on the weekly, we are doing this whole zigzag pattern. If you see here, let me try to draw that. That was around 58 days of going up of around 660 points. And let's see if the same thing holds here. And that's around 55 days of 613 points. Very close similarity. Taking the same thing here, if I draw this pattern here, 53 days around 810 points, and this one here I drew quite close to that, around 55 days on 805 points or on 800 points, and that level there, which is the 3267, is also a good support level. So I drew that trend line there, and it forms that wedge. Will it come down directly? I don't think so. I think it will test this channel bottom, bounce up, and test that trend line again, and then break this channel. But as of now, this channel is still holding, and these are the topmost levels on a weekly basis. We'll drop directly into the daily here. If you look at the daily here, and we'll try to get close, a little bit closer attention here, and as you can see in the daily here, we did move sideways, break out, test the upside of that trend line there, and then sold off, and we've been moving sideways here. So this is a support line, that 39.13, which is still holding. So I am short as of now, and I am not counting on this support because it has been tested few times. It has been tested here, did hold. It tested from the bottom. It did get tested from the bottom, both here and here, but then it broke that support and it broke that resistance and it became a support. So now it's been tested once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So I'm not counting on this holding. If it does break and it retests from the bottom, I'm going to take another short to my current short position. But I'm also going to cover here at that 39.15. Let me say I'll give 10 points more, so 39.25, around that I'll cover my short. And if it breaks, great. On retesting of that from the bottom, I'm going to enter into another trade here. Now looking at the daily, let's look quickly at some of these gaps that we have here, and there is a gap there, so we definitely want to add a level there. And any other gap, immediate gap, no, so we would add few more levels here. Pretty much that's all I can see here. And are we going to test this channel? Probably yes, I would say. And you can see that here there is another level here, which is very close to that bottom of the channel. So that is another level there, we could say, right there. which is in the bottom of the channel. So it is forming, so that was a downtrend, formed a bear flag, and now selling off. So we will see how the price action works. There are a few calendar events going into next week that we should look into, and those are the CPI data here, the FOMC announcement here. So expect quite a bit of chop around these two events. And as always, as I mentioned, that if you are trading from level to level, even on chops like this, and I want to spend a little bit of time today on that, is that on my intraday basis, when I see these kind of side chops, I become extremely careful and trade only from level to level, because or else I'll get stopped out easily. So if my this level is a good level and it's going to hold, I'll try to take a long if it's being tested from the top. And I would put like a 20 to 30 point stop, but that's usually not my stop size. My stop size is usually a little bit more tighter, anywhere 10 to 15 points. And if I'm putting a wider stop like that, I would definitely reduce my position size. And then you test it accordingly, uh, from trading from that level to the other level. Let's also look at the, before we go back, let's see if there is any kind of patterns formation here. Nothing that I can think of. I can see that it moved sideways, broke out, sold off, now forming a base here to either break up again, which I highly doubt. So that's why I am gonna stick to the trend of downside here. I think it's gonna break. If it breaks this 39.13, then that's a confirmation for me. So we'll see. But as of now, the trend is down. So usually if you see the trend is down, small flag, bear flag, and then sells off. So let's look at some other similarities like that. Trend is down, sideways for a few days, small bear flag, and then breaks down. So if you really want to get a confirmation, you wait for this trend, which is what you see here, right here. You wait for this consolidation on the sideways, which is what's happening here right now. And on this flag, on this bear flag, as it is going up, you find the level here. That's the level there. So here, if we see what's a similar level, that is right there, that is around the 4010 area. We take a short there, expecting to break this level for sure, and then going to our next levels. So that's how I would trade going into next week, and be careful around this chop and not get stopped out. As always, thank you for listening. Keep your stop losses tight, your losses small, and your profit at large. Thank you.